Okay, so you've just been diagnosed with sleep apnea and you're a woman. Welcome to the club. That doesn't mean ResMed's Autoset For Her is necessarily the best treatment option for your sleep apnea. The For Her algorithm that determines the pressure changes throughout the night has some significant limitations and can sometimes cause more harm than good. Let's take a closer look. So first things first, what is an automatic algorithm? How does it work? Well, an algorithm is essentially computer code, and this code monitors your respiratory data, how you're breathing, and then it uses this information to regulate the therapy pressure changes minute by minute throughout the night. The automatic algorithm is what's responsible for those automatic pressure changes. Now let's discuss the features and limitations of the female-specific ResMed For Her algorithm. Okay, number one, an increased sensitivity to flow limitation. The For Her algorithm has been designed to be more sensitive to flow limitation by responding to the first identified flow-limited breath rather than requiring 3 consecutive flow-limited breaths, as occurs with the standard Autoset algorithm. So let's use this chart below just to make number one a little bit easier to understand. So up the top here, we have the respiratory flow. That is each breath the patient takes. You can see here breathing in and out, in and out. And you can see this one breath here doesn't look the same, does it? It's had the top of the inspiratory phase cut right off. And this is what flow limitation looks like. It's not an apnea, it's not a hypopnea where the breathing is really restricted and the airway is getting very narrow, but the airway is starting to lose patency. It is starting to become restricted. Now, if we go down here to the pressure, we have 2 lines, a blue line and a red line. Now, the blue line is the standard Autoset algorithm, the pressure. And the red line is the For Her algorithm. So this graph is designed to show you the difference in the 2 algorithms and how they respond to the flow over time. Now, you can see here the blue line, when we hit this first breath with flow limitation, it did nothing to the pressure. The pressure remained the same. It's not responding. Whereas the Autoset For Her algorithm has responded. Okay, it's responded right here. The standard Autoset requires 3 consecutive breaths of flow limitation, and that's why it only starts responding over here. When we get these 3 breaths of flow limitation, you can see it starts to, the blue line starts to tick up a bit further down the line. So the take-home message there is that the For Her algorithm is going to respond at a faster rate to any sign of flow limitation. Let's move on to number 2. An optimized internal gain, a slower and lower pressure rise and decay in response to flow limitation. Slower and lower pressure rise and pressure fall, decay, in response to flow limitation. The For Her algorithm increases the pressure in response to flow limitation at a slower rate and to a lesser extent, slower rate, lesser extent than the standard Autoset algorithm. Okay, so let's use this chart again to explain number 2, and we'll look at this little section here where we can see the rate of increases and also how much the pressure increases. Now, straight away, we can see the blue line, which is the standard Autoset algorithm, is much higher than the red line. It's gone up much further. The pressure's gone higher. But also, look at the rate of increments, how many increments there were over the same period. So with the blue line, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rates of increment, whereas the Autoset For Her, we've only got 1, 2, 3. So it's got a lower rate of increments, but also a lower pressure level as well. So this is the Autoset For Her. So that's number 2. Okay, so let's take a look at number 3. A lower cap on the pressure response to obstructive apneas. In order to prevent an excessive pressure rise, the For Her algorithm does not increase the pressure above 12 centimeters H2O in response to detected apneas. But pressure can increase above 12 centimeters H2O if other respiratory events are present. The take-home message for number 3, and it's really important, is that once the Autoset For Her algorithm hits 12, it will not respond any higher to obstructive apneas. Super important, especially if you're someone who has very severe apnea. If you're suffering from a lot of obstructive events and you need more than 12 centimeters to force air into your lungs to control those events, then you're not going to get it with the For Her algorithm, guys. It will not respond. It will not go higher. All right, number 4, the last one. And it's really important you pay attention for this one because I've just seen firsthand how it can have a real negative impact on someone's therapy. An adaptive minimum pressure. Another novel feature of the For Her algorithm is a moving minimum autoset pressure. It's moving. The minimum rate is moving. If apnea occurs within a short time period, the minimum pressure will automatically increase and the pressure will not decline below this level for the remainder of the night's therapy. The purpose of this is to minimize inappropriate pressure decreases during REM sleep that could occur with the standard Autoset algorithm. And I found that fascinating. ResMed basically admitting fault, a flaw in their standard Autoset algorithm where it can reduce the pressure at inappropriate times during REM sleep. Now let's move across to SleepHQ and have a look at number 4 in more detail with a real life example. And I'll show you where things went wrong. All right, so here we are over on the dashboard at SleepHQ. Now, for those of you new to the channel, SleepHQ is my new web app for CPAP data analysis that I've been developing with my best mate Adam over the past year. And we're currently in beta testing, but very soon it will be fully released to you all. Now, this is Kath Bacon's data, and Kath is an admin on our Facebook group, CPAP Reviews. So if you'd like to join that group, click the link above, head on over there and say hi to everyone. So Kath's been helping me with the beta testing, and she's also been my guinea pig for the last couple of weeks. And I've caused her a few sleepless nights, so I apologize, Kath. But Kath is using an Autoset For Her, which is fantastic for this video. And I want to show you the pressure change with Autoset For Her and where things can sometimes go a little wrong. So here we have the pressure. Now on this particular night, Feb 28th, she had an apnea-hypopnea index of 6.29. Now her pressure settings are as follows. She has a min currently at 5 and a max at 10. That's as high as the machine can go and as low as the pressure can go, 5 to 10. That's her pressure range currently set on the 28th of Feb. Now if we go down to the pressure graph, we can see here along the x-axis, we have time throughout the night, and up on the y-axis, up the side, we have the pressure. And if I put my cursor over the line, you can see the pressure changing over time throughout the night. That's what the automatic does. 6.52, 6.88, it's changing. Now look what happens halfway through the night. The pressure explodes, hits a level of 10, which is the max rate, and then it stays there. Look, it's a fixed line for the rest of the night. The automatic For Her has set a new min rate of pressure. The new minimum is no longer 5. The new minimum is now 10, which is just crazy. Let's have a little bit of a look here at this moment. Let's zoom in. Right here. Okay, so this is Kat's breathing. This is the flow rate, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Everything seems okay. And then she has this little period here. She has an obstructive event. She's no longer breathing. The machine picks up on this, increases the pressure from 6.76 to 8.42. Kath starts breathing again. But here is where she had those 2 obstructive apneas in short succession. 1, 2. Now that has triggered the automatic algorithm to set a new min rate of pressure. The min is no longer 5. The min is now 10. You can see here. And if we go zoom out, you can see now it remains at 10 for the whole night. It can no longer fluctuate as an automatic. It's behaving like a fixed pressure CPAP machine because the new min is the same as the max. This is why it's a little bit crazy. And look what it causes. If we zoom in here, have a look at this. With Kath, that frequent high pressure at 10 causes some pretty nasty central apnea. All right, so we've jumped forward a few days to March the 2nd, but unfortunately for Kath, it's a similar story. Now, in the beginning, the machine is behaving like an automatic should. It's varying the pressure automatically between the pressure range, which is now between 6 and 9. She dropped at 1. But you can see it here clearly. Look at the green line, changing the pressure. But look here, once again in the middle of the night, it jumps up quickly to 9, and there it stays as a fixed pressure device. It stays at 9. Let's have a look at those 2 apneas which caused the reset of the min pressure. Here they are, clear as day. Let's zoom in again. 2 apneas within short succession. Now, what's cool about this is you can actually see these little waves here. Can you see those little waves? It's like flat here, and then you can see these little waves. That's ResMed's force oscillation technique. It's trying to determine if these are obstructive apneas or central apneas. And you can actually see the little forced oscillations in there, which is pretty cool to be able to see that. Well, it's cool for me anyway. So here's what concerns me. On Feb 28th and March 2nd and a few other days, Kath's Auto For Her algorithm decided that Kath needed a much higher min auto setting to control her apnea after seeing 2 apneas in short succession. However, it set that min way too high, and I'll show you why it's way too high. So let's scroll forward now to March the 9th, and this is where Kath changed from automatic to fixed pressure, and she's normally on fixed pressure. So here she is on a fixed pressure of 7 centimeters. Now look at her apnea-hypopnea index. It's below 1. So let's scroll down the page and have a look at Kath's AHI trend over the last month. This is when the results become crystal clear. So back here in early Feb, where Kath is doing exceptionally well, she's using her machine in CPAP mode, fixed to only 6 centimeters of pressure. And look at how well controlled her apnea is. Around late Feb, over here, when the AHI starts trending in the wrong direction, it's heading up, she's changed to Auto For Her. And these are the results. Now, when it starts coming down the other side, she's changed back to fixed pressure mode, and all of a sudden she's doing much better again. Remember, the Auto For Her wanted that min pressure up at 9 and 10, when clearly 6 centimeters is enough to control Kath's apnea, and she's so much more comfortable on that lower pressure. Her mask seals better, she doesn't get air into her stomach, she's not having mouth leak problems, she's so much better off. So the take-home message, guys, for you all is just because you're a woman doesn't necessarily mean that Auto For Her is right for you. You really need to check out your data to make sure it's not causing you more harm than good. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a great night's sleep, and I'll see you soon. Bye.